And I honestly don't know what's wrong with the onions. They're all collapsing. Well, all my alliums are an absolute mess. You know, gardening can bring so much pleasure. It's good for the soul, but it's enough to have its disappointments from time to time. Now, I've been bracing myself and being very vigilant. Those who've been following me for some time know that I've been plagued with the mosaic virus. I haven't really seen, I'm going to say touch wood, but I don't want to jinx it. I haven't really seen any evidence of it yet, but I've been blindsided, absolutely blindsided. My leeks and garlic had got rust. Now, I initially realised this was a problem, but it doesn't really affect the ability to eat the leeks. So I'd left it, and then it spread to the garlic, and the garlic wasn't actually growing, which was a bit of a concern. And then I started to notice that the onions just didn't look very well. All the leaves were collapsing. Now, I did a couple of spot checks on a couple of the onions, had a good old inspection of the roots. Couldn't see anything. So then I started to think, well, maybe it's just been too dry for them. So I've given them a good soak over the last few days and fed them. But they're not really great feeders anyway. But then I decided, right, I need to lift the leeks because we were just not getting anywhere with this rust. I didn't want it to spread any further. So I dug them up. I took some in the kitchen that I'd cleaned up, and I thought, well, if I can save some of it, I'll freeze it. Oh, but when I cut it open, they've all had to go in the wheelie bin. They're all gone. They were full of allium leaf miner. So then I thought, well, that's probably gone to the garlic and the onions. So I had did another sample of the onions, and they've all got maggots in them. Every single one that I've looked at. So I'm going to have to dig them up. Now, normally I grow my onions over winter. Never really had much of a problem. I did have problems with allium leaf miner in my leeks a couple of years ago, but that was the first time ever. It was a different part of the garden. But never had a problem with the onions. But this year I ended up sowing them at the beginning of the year. I won't do that again. I'll only overwinter it. I love my onions, I love my garlic, I love my leeks, and I've lost absolutely everything. I can't save anything. So I'm plagued at the moment. I'm on the watch out for mosaic virus, which just destroys everything in its path. I've got an apple tree that's got knot burrs, which looks like it may be gone by the end of the year, unless I can save it. And now I've lost every single allium. So whatever next, I don't know. I'm not going to get down. I refuse to get down. There's plenty of other stuff to grow, so I'm going to prepare the ground, make sure there's no roots left, and then decide what I'm going to put in their place. That's the way it goes. See it there? Completely cleared now. I've raked it over and I've tried to remove as much debris as I can. So I've planted up the Loloroso lettuce or salad leaf. They're in slug collars, so hopefully they won't come under any attack. And then behind them is the rocket, which although it's flopped over, it's had a real good soak, so I'm sure they'll pick up. Now, I shared with you some weeks ago about when you grow tomatoes that you get the suckers that you can pinch out, and if you put them in water they will take root. Well, I've got 2 specimens here. Unfortunately I'm not sure which of the 3 plants they come from. It was kind of a lucky dip really, but I'm going to plant these now and give them some canes to support them, and we're just going to watch and see how they grow. I just want to say, poor old rocket doesn't look very well. I've given it a good soak, but I've been out, come back, found the Loloroso and the rocket needed a drink despite giving them a drink this morning, but they'll perk up.